Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, out there pushing this work in truth and sincerity. And basically, I just wanted to basically get into a little topic on basically, when we out there prophesying, we out there pretty much to edify, the hopeful elect out there. And we already know that while being out there, you got demons out there that's going to try to provoke us and try to get us to, act irrationally while we're out there. So the thing is, through the Spirit, we maintain, being in order and not doing anything irrational or that would cause us to basically get in a fucked up situation, like for instance, an issue that happened, with our camp and GMS, Grand Rapids Israelites, as far as after closing, so, a little situation happened where, a crowd got stirred up. And, the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, protected us, from anything, occurring. But certain aspects of that could have been prevented if, we had just basically just kept it moving and not really trying to stir people up, and plus this was after camp was closing. So without further ado, let's start with this first scripture. It says Matthew 10:16, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves." When you examine the nature of a sheep is a very docile creature. It's not an animal that really gets aggressive as far as trying to do harm or trying to act violently or incite violence. That's why you have a shepherd to protect the sheep. Being out in the midst of these people out here, they will be the wolves. So reading further, it says, "Be therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." So basically, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we're wise as serpents, but we're harmless as doves, because we already know that at this point in time, there's nothing that we can do as far as anything carnal. This is a spiritual battle. This is not a carnal thing where, guys go out there and, shit happens to where some people may cause them to lose it, and then they want to get carnal. Well, this is not that sort of thing. Scripture say, "Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves." Alright, so this is Ephesians 4:26. "Be angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Neither give place to the devil." So because pretty much, we're going to be tested and tried, and, we're going to be vexed constantly with these demons, coming at us, whether we're out there prophesying or even in our own personal lives, we have to still be wise as serpents and harmless as doves, So basically, you got these demons out here that's fucking with you, these people out here, it's best to be mindful not to do anything irrational, because that could be a way to where, Satan is using that as a way to tempt you to go off to where you can't do the work. And that's the number one thing that we're focusing on, is being a pipeline for this truth to come out, for the edification of the elect. Alright, it says in Romans 12 and 18, it says, if it be possible, as much as life in you, live peaceably with all men. Now, I'm going to pull up the definition for peace. Alright, it says, the normal, non-warring condition of a nation, group of nations, or the world. Second definition, an agreement or treaty between warring or antagonistic nations, groups, etc., to end hostilities and abstain from further fighting or antagonism. I mean, basically, we know the 2/3 of our enemy right now, because they refuse to come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai and acknowledge that they're Israelites. We already know that Esau is our number one enemy. As of right now, we can't do anything because the Lord hasn't given us the power to do anything. So we have to be patient. So this is Romans 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Right, so basically, if if these, people out there, want to try to provoke us, just remain humble, remain in the spirit, but just know that the Lord is going to deal with that person. And hey, it may be in that day, the Lord may bless us to see that person's judgment in that day. It's all in the Lord's hands at the end of the day, and we just got to be mindful of that. But just don't get caught up into some bullshit when we almost at the end. All right, this is Matthew chapter 5 and 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you. All right, the scriptures say, when these demons out here do these things, we're blessed to the Most High, man. I mean, that's a clear sign that we're doing the right thing. And shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Alright, so being servants and ministers of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and if you catch in hell, that's a sure sign that we're blessed to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and that we're doing the right thing. So with that, I want to once again give all praises and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I hope you Akim out there was edified, and knowing that basically if you're out there on the highways and hedges and these demons want to try to stir you up to wrath, don't fall for that, man. We almost out of here anyway. The Most High is about to send judgments on this place very soon. So with that, I'll say Shalom.